Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another mixed media tutorial. But today we're going to be making some fairly simple paper. So I had something happen. It was kind of a happy accident. So I had tested out the spackle, one-time lightweight spackle, in one of my videos, and so this was sitting over there. I had tested it to see how long it would take to dry and all of that. It was like 20 minutes. It was crazy, but that's the texture that we got from the spackle. But the bonus on this was I had all this paint on my desk. It was the golden fluid acrylics, and I spritzed it with water, and then I just sopped it all up. And I wanted to do it on purpose. So this was a total accident. But I love what we got. I mean, look at even just here where it didn't quite get into the paper. But what I loved about it is the paper that I tested this on was a piece of coffee dyed paper. Oh, isn't that so cool too? Look at that on the other side. That is crazy. You can see it on the other side. Wow. Didn't notice that before. So we're going to try this. So I know it looks like I've got a lot going on here and that it's not simple, but I promise you that it is. Today, this is just the first time I'm going to try this. Today we're going to work with really transparent colors, because I know a lot of people watch my videos and they're like, well, how do you get that transparent look so that you can see all the stuff underneath? Well, that's because I use transparent products. So raw umber is not transparent, but look at how transparent the quinacridone nickel gold is. The green gold is super transparent. The iridescent gold fine isn't really transparent either, but it's a fave color. The nickel yellow is also very transparent, and then the sap green hue is also pretty transparent too, for a green. And then the anthraquin, I don't know, it's a blue. It is not very transparent. I threw that in just to get a blue. And then the cobalt turquoise is also not as transparent. But when you work with you get different results when you work with a more transparent artist grade paint. Now, that does not mean to say that you cannot just use whatever you have. I would advise you to thin down your acrylic paints if you're using acrylic paints, because that's how we got it to all just sop up and go into the paper. So I have 6 pieces of coffee dyed paper. These have just been sitting in a stack because I coffee dyed them on 65-pound paper, and I'm hoping that by soaking them and putting the stenciling on, maybe we'll get more of a thinner, broken down paper is what I'm looking for. So over here, don't pay attention to these. These are my Liquitex acrylic gouaches. So gouache is also fairly opaque, but it does have some transparent properties. I don't want to use those till I swatch them out, but I also have my these are golden high flow acrylics, so you can see they are also quite well loved. The magenta is beautiful. That phthalo blue would be a good one to try. So yeah, and I've got a lot of the colors in the fluid acrylics I have in the high flow. So yeah, and then we've got this beautiful dioxazine purple. Look at that. We need to try that. Woohoo! So yeah, and you can see, oh wow, Hansa yellow medium is very transparent. Look at that. Boom. We need to try some yellow. I haven't taken these ones out for a while. I think these tend to be a little bit more transparent. Well, these are transparent, that's why. So there's 2 lines. Let me back up here just in case you're curious. So there is transparent, there's a transparent line, but then there's also just your golden high flow. So I believe that this is a high flow. See how it doesn't say transparent at the top? And then this is also a high flow. So different than transparent. So this is really epic. Look at that color. Woohoo! Let's set those over there. It's going to be a bit until we get there. There's the sap green hue in the high flow. There's transparent yellow iron oxide. That would be beautiful. Oh my goodness, I forgot about those. I did recently move some things around in the last month or so, and so I've got things a little bit more organized so I can pull the pull it out and use it. So I'm going to set that over there. I'm going to push these out of the way because we are going to have to put our texture down and then wait quite a while for it to dry. So I'll pause and then I'll come back and we'll do the next step. So I've got a variety of brushes here. I've got a pot of water, a bucket of water over there to put my stencils in. And I've got a bunch of stencils. So I don't want to just do one stencil on a piece of paper. I want to mix it up and have, you know, some design in one corner, another design, you know, spread it out. So I've got a variety of, oh, I don't want that one. I don't want the clocks today, but I do have this one. I just replaced, I'm not sure if I still have the other one of this, but it's a very well used stencil. I did buy another one. And then I've got these numbers. I just got this stencil recently. I thought we'd give it a try. Seems to be a pretty sturdy stencil. We've got some script. This is the Art Is stencil. I had one before and I really used it a lot as well. So we're going to use that. And then just some other various ones from Amazon that I've purchased. They come in a pack and they're very, very affordable. So is this the one that is this the one? Nope, that's a different stencil. And so we've got just a variety of, we've got this demask, which is really cool. And then we've got that one that's also really cool. This one I haven't used yet. Got it fairly recently. And then these are ones from Amazon that are really nice because this one's just got like a whole stencil of roses, which would be nice to cover a larger area. This is just a variety of flowers and leaves. These seem a little bit weak. I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to throw that over there. Too wide of a weave. I thought this one would be fun to try. And I will link all these in the description box, all these stencils that I got from Amazon. So we're going to move those over there. And then, of course, my script stencil. And then I also have some angel wings I thought we'd play around with. This is a Sean Petit stencil. I believe it had 2 on the page, but I wanted to not have the other one in my way when I use this. As you can see, it's very well loved. And then I do want a variety of sizes of dots. These are my Sean Petit stencils, which we will probably tap into. Obviously, I will not get to all of these stencils, but I want to have them out just in case. So these are some of them that I have. So let's get started. What do we want to start with? I think I want to start with some of the bigger stencils first, just to, maybe we'll do 2 pages of the bigger stencils. Sorry, language again is hard today. So I'm just going to kind of try to bend this. It's kind of crispy from the coffee dying. Okay, a little bit better. Okay, so we've got, this is again our one-time lightweight spackling. When I linked this in the video where I used it, it was $2.99 at that time, and it is for a half a pint. So epic product. I love it. So it's really fluffy. You can see that it's almost like, I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's epic. Like, I was so surprised that we got such great results with it. So we're going to be using that today. And so let's pull a big stencil over. So I think I want to use the big roses. Okay. So I'm not going to probably cover the whole, I'm going to cover the whole sheet with this one, because it's got all the elements I want. It's got the circles and it's got the flowers. So we're just going to go for the gusto here. So I'm going to just start putting this on. It's going to be a little tricky because the paper is curling. Let's see if we can fix that. It'll be hard to get anything to lay flat. This might be a little bit too thick, but I don't have enough of a lightweight paper to do this with. So, but I think what I forgot to mention as I was talking so fast is that when I put the spackle on this coffee dyed paper, it actually pulled the brown out, which is what really inspired me with this piece of paper. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm not going to be able to use a full stencil on this really bendy paper because those roses are pretty individual. Boy, just batting 1,000 here, Cara-Renee. Okay, change of plans. I'm going to start with the smaller stencils. So let's start with some script. Script is always fun. So with this really, really thick paper, I think I need to do sections. So I'm just going to get my spackle and I'm going to go over just some of this area on the top. So see how the stencil is lifting as I do this because the paper is not flat. Okay, but it's going to be okay, I'm hoping. And if it's not, it's not. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go here in the center. So what I was starting to say that I don't think I finished, had a nap, so feeling better, is that you could use your sprays, like you could use your distress. I have distress spray stains. I might try that next time around, but you could use your oxide inks. You could use any kind of ink, any kind of acrylic. But I'm going to use my golden products today. I love how this stencil turns out. It's really, really beautiful. So I'm going to kind of get a little bit here. And I'm only going to use each stencil once because I've got my pot of water and I'm just going to toss them in there. So, and in order to use them again, I'd have to pull them out of there and dry them off and all that jazz. So. Actually, this doesn't have much paste on it, so maybe I will get a wipe and just wipe that off, or at least wipe the bigger bits of it off. Okay. Actually, I probably should stick it in the water. She's flailing around again. No surprise there. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to set this one aside because I don't want to, we've got 6 to do, so we've got time to put this aside, let it dry, come back and do another stencil. So let's pull another piece of paper. Let's do this one. I think I'd like to try the wings and maybe some dots or something. But let's try the wings. I'm going to go right in the center. Well, actually, this is going to just be fodder. It's not going to be like a big, I'm not making an art out of it. It's probably going to be just maybe I'll use it in a journal or use it for pockets or something. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this on there. Not looking for perfection. This, again, this spackle is very, very fluffy. So it's really interesting to work with. It doesn't have the same gumption to it, for lack of a better word, when putting it on as my Liquitex flexible modeling paste. But I love the results, so it's a very affordable option for those of you who would like to try, but it's, you know, the products can be so expensive, and I know that we have to be choosy, right, about what we do, what we purchase. So I'm just scraping off the excess. Okay. All right. Beautiful. And let's pull it off and see what we get. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm just going to brush that off. Perfect. I like how it's inconsistent, so that's all right. I'm throwing that in the water as well. And I think I'm going to go in with some of the dots on here. Actually, let me see if I can find the square one, because it's got a little bit bigger dots too. So I'm just going to go here and there and get some circles on here. Some spots. Get some spots on here. This may be a total failure. I have no idea. We're just playing. Right now we're just playing. I'm trying, as I mentioned in some earlier videos, I am getting ready to go on a 5-day trip. And so I am trying to get some content on the channel so you guys will have some things from me. So these are not meant to, I'm not doing this to make a like a journal page or anything. It's not like a piece. It's just texture on a piece of paper. So I probably messed up those wings though there, but we'll deal with it. There we go. Not too bad though. Actually really love that. And it dries like that. Look at, you saw when I did that and I'm touching it. It's not coming off on my fingers. So we are going to experiment, and we're going to drop some in here. Layer that up and just see what happens. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love it. Let's keep it up. Should have done more wings, but that's okay. I don't want to overdo it. So just getting it here and there. Okay. I'm probably going to use this one again as well, so I'm going to try to wipe it off a little bit here just to get the big chunks off. I use most of my stencils for mixed media, so don't get too concerned. As you saw with my Sean Petit stencils, they're very, very grungy. So let's try the Art Is stencil and get some script on here. Actually, let's come back to that. But it's pretty cool. Do it with any stencil you want. So setting that over there, let's grab another piece of paper. This one's very, very crispy. Very crispy. Let's see if we can roll this one a little bit. This is 65-pound paper, so it's pretty tough. Pretty rolly. There we go. Yeah. Oh. It's one way or the other. There we go. Let's just go with it. So I am loving some of these. Let's go use that new, oh, this one would be really pretty. Let's just do some of this here and there as well. I just am so surprised by how crisp of a impression we're getting with just spackle. It's amazing. It's not really going under the stencil like some texture pastes do. It's actually quite unique. Okay, so we're going to set this one aside and we'll come back for another layer. So I'm going to again wipe that one off. I might want to use this again. I'm just going to dab it off here. Okay, put that one over there. Set that one aside and grab another piece. Hoping I can use one of those Sean Petit stencils because I really, really want to. This is actually ironed too, so it's just really thick paper. So shall we try let's try some more script as a first layer here. I've got another script stencil. Oh, the numbers. Numbers. Let's do numbers. Yes, yes. Let's kind of go this direction though. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of, I'm not using the whole stencil. I'm just going to kind of aim for this corner. And the more inconsistent the numbers are, the cooler it is, I think. A big chunk there. Okay. Just getting it on there. Okay, I think that one went under a little bit. No, it's actually quite nice. Quite nice. Let's get some over here. I would love to try this. A video we'll do, we'll try this with, maybe we'll do it on some, I don't know, some different paper and then actually coffee dye it. I just don't know how it would hold up with a lot of water, so that's why I think this might be the better choice, but we will experiment together for those of you who are loving the mixed media. Okay, so that's that. And let me just dab that off as well. I'm getting some color off of the stencil. I can see it in my paste, so let's turn this so we don't get the exact same look here in this corner. I've got some color in this spackle, so I'm going to just pull that back out. You see that little tinge? It's okay. As you can see, I don't clean them very well when they are kind of dedicated to mixed media work. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. I am loving this stencil, and I'm hardly using any of this spackle. Like, look how much I still have, and this is the second project I've used it on, so not too bad. And quite a bit of stenciling, so very pleased with it. It's a mystery to me why this is not all going under the stencil. Probably because it's so fluffy. It's just got a different texture to it. There we go. Oop. Okay. I like to do threes, so, oh, that's so pretty. So let's turn it this way and have it go off the page. This might be my favorite, and I haven't even added any color to it. Okay, so this was our last piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take care of some laundry, and I'm going to let all these dry, and then we're going to come back and put some more on as another layer. So I will be back. Okay, just for some perspective on timing, this is already getting crunchy. So it is not wet. It's a little cool to the touch still. I literally took a load of laundry out of the dryer, folded it, switched the laundry, came back. So that's perspective for you. So we're going to go in with some script now. Oh, did I throw that art is script in the thing? I did. Let me grab it. I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. I've got a towel here. I can... Didn't I? Or did I put it in here? Maybe I'm imagining that. Okay, hold on. Did I use the artist stencil? I did not use it yet. Okay, so let's go and put some script on top of this. I think that will be very interesting. And even though it's not ready for wet, like the paint and the water, it is ready for another layer of spackle, aka texture. So let's get in here. We're going to overlap some of this as well. Just have a good time. I love how it's going over that other texture. I think that looks really, really cool. I want to do some of this work in a journal, perhaps in the B.Reborn journal. I'll do some of this on the pages. I think that would be fun. I think it's really cool to put texture on top of texture. I think it's got a really great effect. I'll hold, oh, we got a little smudgy there, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna just set that there for now, and we're gonna get some dots and go into some of the, well, we probably should let this dry because it's pretty wet, but there's what it looks like close up. Texture over texture. I think it looks really, really cool. So let's set that one over there and bring over one of the first ones we started, which this is still cool to the touch, but it's mostly crispy. So let's do some script on this one as well, because I think it needs something other than the wings and the dots. So what do we want? Yeah, let's do some script. Love it. I love the layers. We're going to go up here and we're going to go over this whole area with a little bit of script. Okay. A little bit of smudgy. I don't know where I'm getting that. Oh, I think I had excess on there. I should be wiping this off in between. I think that's what my problem is, but I'm not concerned about it. So let's just get that gloppy bit off the back, and this is why my stencils go bad, because this is actually sticking to it. So let me move that and see if I can actually, let's set it in the water and try to rinse it off. Give me a moment. I just set it in the water and it came right off. Boom. Okay, so what else do we need there? I think this one's actually done for stenciling. It looks like a hot mess, but I promise it won't be when we're done. So, well, I hope it won't be a hot mess when we're done. Here's our roses. Very plain. So we definitely need to do something with these. But what do we want to do? It'd be kind of cool. Oh, maybe we should use this stencil, bring in some of this Sean Petit script. We've got beauty, rejoice, courage, and excellence. Let's go up here and do some courage. Yeah, stuff is coming off. That's okay though. Throw that one in there. I'm probably not going to want that one again. Okay. And that's not going to show though, because we're going to ink. So do you see how that white became kind of creamy color? I don't know if you can capture that on the camera, but it's definitely a tinge of a different color. So now we've got to bring in something else to finish this one off because it's looking weird. Maybe we'll use these little circles. I'm just going to use that yucky colored stuff. Oh, we're getting some honeycomb. I didn't do that on purpose. That's interesting. We'll see what we get. It's actually kind of cool. And a lot here on the table. So I actually love how that worked out. So let's turn this upside down or sideways or something and put it down. I think I want to go this way. And I do realize I'm going to be getting on that texture. It's so fine though. It's probably already dry, to be honest. I don't want a lot of the honeycomb, but a little bit is good. Boom. Oh, that one got really messy. It must have had a bunch on underneath. So note to self, wipe off the back of the stencil because it will house the extra the extra spackle that's going through. I love Tim Holtz stencils, you guys. They are so durable. That's why they cost what they cost. You pay for what you get. You buy the cheap stencils from China and you get cheap stencils from China. Which, you know, they can serve their purpose, but these Tim Holtz stencils are so durable. Now, I've had this one for years, and you can see how it's broke down a little bit in here, but it's had a lot of use. So, okay. I'm going to have to grab some wipes because I'm almost out here in my drawer. Just a moment. Okay. We are ready to go. So, let's go back in with this one. Nice and crispy. I think we need some roses on this one. So, should we use a pretty bold one like this? What up? That's pretty decent. I like that. But you can see there's a color difference because this has absorbed some of the coffee from the coffee dyed paper, which is actually quite cool, I think. I'm just going to put that here, go up in this corner. Just a bit of a leaf. Oh, it just moved. That's gonna be a disaster. We'll see. It's okay, it's just texture and paper. Oh, not too bad. So that is that one. I'm gonna toss that into the water. So it looks like a hot mess, but I promise you it's gonna be amazing. So we've got, looks like we've got 2 more. So this one and 1 more, and then we'll let this dry for a good long time, maybe even overnight. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll come back and finish up. So this one needs some text because we've got a lot of floral stuff going on here, or at least I think it needs text. So let's try this one. This is a newer stencil too. I don't know what it says. It's not really, I see happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. You can see I'm not being very precious. I'm not even being careful with where I'm going or my movements because this is not a piece of art. Oh, that's a great stencil because it looks like script, but you can't make out what it is. That's kind of cool. So that looks pretty cool as well. So let me set that there, and we got 1 more, which is the one we started with. Isn't that funny? But I feel like this one has got so much. This is so faint. We'll have to see how that responds to our mediums when we get to that step. So I'm feeling like I want to bring in this Sean Petit stencil is one of my favorites. It's called Layered Up 4, and it's just got a lot of really beautiful elements in it that I think would be really cool here. So let's use that. Unfortunately, you never know if you made a mess until you lift the stencil. So, but if this was a masterpiece, you could wipe it off and start again. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, very, very cool. So let's strategize here. I want to get something in this area, but I need to kind of hold this up so I don't lay my stencil in all that texture. So we're just going to go right here. I know that's hard for you to see because I've got the stencil curled up here, but I promise it's okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, we need one more bit here, so maybe we'll use that little circle with the 21 in it and put it right there. If I can finagle this. I don't really want to go crooked or diagonal, so I'm just gonna try to hold this up. Again, not looking for perfection, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, just like that. Perfect. It's a little squishy, but that's all right. I'm just going to drop that in the water as well. So I am going to walk away for a bit, probably later tonight. It's still pretty early in the evening and it's a weekend, so I can spare the time. So that's what that one looks like. So we will come back when these are very, very, very dry and ready for some very, very wet media. So I'll be back.